Hello.
Has everyone read Cathron's treatise on the
Margaret's
nature
staring
of
at Mordred
things?
again.
His research
And then
suggests
she'll
the
claim
world,
she-
elements,
Again,
and their
same
names.
old story.
The name of fire is Agnes. Repeat.
Yeah,
Agnes.
it's boring too. Let's go to the lake
Agnes.
for a swim. Damn it.
Agnes.
To the lake. Yes,
Agnes?
let's go.
Isn't that a girl's name?
That sounded...
Focus.
Aha, I've been expecting you. You're going to help me. See these ignorant disciples? They've littered the school's ether with their mispronounced logoi. You need to cleanse the ether and set a good example for them. Can you see the three misshapen logoi?
What do you mean? I don't even know the meaning of such words.
Right. I forgot you never had a proper education. Just wait a moment.
What's going on?
Hic sentio logi. Now you can see them. What are you waiting for? Set a good example for my pupils. All you need to do is extinguish the logoi in the right order. If they start multiplying, you've made an error. Begin with the farthest one. Well, start already.
Eager to boost your power? Enhance your self-esteem and efficiency?
I'm not sure that's not...
Ah,
Thank you.
Can't she go around?
Well then, Roses. Let's see you demonstrate these.
Are you a first year or what?
Fine. There is magic.
Well, Rosens, you lost the bet. You may commence taking notes for me. There's a certain formula for replacing lost limbs that requires a staggering amount of research.
Listen, Syl, my magical senses have served me well many times. Give me another chance.
You give me something serious, then you'll win. Something that I can see plain proof of.
Okay. You're going to receive a score of average in alchemy, Silveros.
What?
I just sensed our favorite graybeard in the laboratory. He was marking your grade on the sheet with a ridiculously long quill.
Average for me? That's a lie. And a laughable one at that. Your special sense is good for nothing.
I felt it, Silveros. It is right. You will soon see I am a real mage. And a seer. Damn Ulagi possessed me just now. I sensed nothing at all about our alchemy teacher. How am I going to get out of this? Silveros and I are friends, sure, but to slave away in the library in his place? I won't get a wink of sleep this year. I see you standing there, listening. Are you interested in magic?
Quite possibly.
Listen then, I have an artifact, a magical quill which can reproduce any handwriting. You use the nib to write, and the feather to erase.
I don't understand if this is magic or simply another tall tale.
Try it yourself. Take this quill, go to the laboratory and write average next to the name Silveros on Sequester's grade sheet. It is crucial that you picture yourself writing in Sequester's hand. You have my word, it will be exactly the same. Even the mentors won't spot it.
Now that is surely a lie, Master Disciple. You just want to use me.
Sequester will suspect me right away, but he wouldn't think of you. The quill is hidden in the yard, under the bench.
Where should we look for this Palatinus? So what do you need?
I know that you met a mage named Palatinus the night before the disaster at the mage factory. What do you say to that?
Oh no. Ursula.
Calm your britches, Albert. I will tell them everything. Palatinus is a famous alchemist. A genius, in fact. We ordered a rejuvenating potion from him for Albert's mother, and paid a good price for it. But when we came to collect the potion, Palatinus had fled, leaving us empty-handed. That was about the same time the panic started. The hubbub, the shouting. We only escaped by the seams of our stockings.
So you're looking for Palatinus too. Do you have any leads?
He was seen in the vicinity of the tower several times. It is rumored he's completely lost his mind, overwhelmed by illusions and arcane fixations. I must admit, we've given up any hope of getting our money back. Palatinus is both insane and dangerous. It would be better if someone else found the wizard and took care of him without our help. Someone who would be a match for him.
What does that mean, dear heart?
It means we are going home.
Guess what I saw in the refectory after supper yesterday?
Roast beef?
A polar bear. A live one.
Oh, stop with your leg pulling.
It really was.
Ever turned you astray?
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester.
Some sneak thief had himself a good...
Perhaps the culprit came in through the window instead of picking the lock, and made off with his ill-gotten loot that way.
That's just the point. It's impossible. The windows were latched from inside.
The thief must have used magic then.
I can't help you with that.
Yeah, and who can? Those cups cost a fortune.
The Tower spirits can. They only obey Magisters. You'll want an appointment with Meister.
Can't you go around?
Thievery? Nonsense. It was a magic experiment. Any mage worth his wand could see that.
Why so anxious? Are you behind the disappearance of the silver cups?
You could say that, but the reality is much more complicated. I don't think an outsider like you can appreciate the essence of my research. I'll try and explain the basics. Surely you're familiar with Cathon's treatise on the nature of things? I'd be surprised if you weren't. My experiment was intended to discover whether one's logoi can affect the concept of a silver cup. And it succeeded.
I don't claim to understand any of that, but I'm pretty sure you'll be arrested for theft.
I admit I do feel a little bit guilty for depriving someone of their valuable possessions. Awkward indeed. It shouldn't be difficult to reverse the spell and have the cups rematerialize from the concept. All I need is the right ingredients. Do you happen to have some mana-infused water, a silver bracelet, and a crystal orb on you? I could go gather them myself, but I'm a little wary of venturing out right now.
No, I don't have anything of the kind. I'm sure I can find them, though.
Can't you go around?
Well now, any overdue books? If not, you may go. Otherwise, return the books to the library immediately. Immediately, I say.
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester. A good many eminent and they won't be easy to
The dressing table is my business. Take, for example,
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on someone.
What do you think of this marvel? The first prototype Guardian Golem. First, and, until a certain component is found, also the last one.
But who is that behind him in the pavilion? I've seen him before.
Didn't you recognize the man? That's His Serenity, Archmage Cathorn.
How fortunate to find him here. I am on a mission from Prince Adrian to discuss the Montpetrie disaster.
Oh, that's out of the question right now. First, the Archmage is deep in meditation. He dislikes being interrupted. Second, the Archmage is in low spirits. As his disciple, I assure you 'tis better to wake a dragon than face him in such a state.
You seem a wise fellow. Are you a magister?
What a strange observation.
Oh, it's you. I heard about the epic battle in the Marcellan dungeons. Shame I wasn't there.
I'm sure you would have shone in battle, sir. But you're in luck. You can help me arrest the traitor and murderer Baron DuPont. In return, I'll help you with the tabula of Tynesad Duckling.
The tabula can wait. I have a different task for you. Help us find some fresh recruits for the Guard. To restore Nostria's rightful position in the world, Montier sent most of our knights abroad on crusade. There are barely enough fighting men left to guard the Citadel. In a tavern not far from here, you'll find Greflet, a former brother-in-arms. He's a mercenary now. He commands a troop called the Grey Knights. Rumor has it, he's drinking pure aquas by the barrel, brawling and frightening the maids and disciples. Now, here's what I'm thinking. You have a supple way with words. Perhaps you could speak with Greflet and see how he and his Grey Knights are set for work. Ideally, you'll persuade them to leave their mercenary lives behind and enlist in the Royal Guard. They're strong and capable warriors. If you're able to enlist Greflet, many folks will be indebted to you, and not just the Guard.
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour.
Have you been bewitched?
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester.
Ever tried it?
No, I've never had the chance.
The bracelet perches upon the very edge of the table. Perhaps it will fall to the ground, almost of its own accord.
Let me tell you why you're here. You wish to...
I hate to
Ha! I al...
What does that mean, dear heart?
No one can get means
I implore you. No, I demand of you. Capture that darn... demand of you, capture that darned spirit. Castle Arden is my ancestral home. It's not in the best condition right now, but I can't allow a rogue elemental to tear it down.
My dearest Lady Gisela, please be patient. I already sent several disciples to resolve this issue.
If I started... Wait. I know you. I recognize you from the Universal Assembly. Anyone would remember your face.
You're very kind, milady. I'm sorry I must ask, but who are you?
I am Baroness Gisela Wilmore Durden. What luck running into you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Baroness. What makes you so glad to see me?
I wanted to visit my ancestral home, Castle Arden, relive childhood memories, maybe even repair the structure. But an enraged rogue spirit has taken root there. And while these mages are refusing to help me, the creature is wrecking my family's castle.
My lady, your words wound me. My disciples are doing their utmost to help you, even as we speak.
But Archmage Cathorn claims you'd need an army to capture this, as he calls it, air elemental. According to the Archmage, the elemental escaped from the Mage Factory. Since he also claims the Mage Factory is suffering the plague, I and everyone else in Nostria would appreciate it if you assisted these students of the much-esteemed sequester in capturing that darned spirit.
The Mage Factory. I'd like to meet this spirit.
I've been waiting for an audience with Mage Erasmus for over an hour, and waiting on someone.
Shamak. Sakkar. Agazor.
He once told my fortune regarding my Aunt Freya's vast estate. I wanted to know who would inherit it.
Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester.
I brought you everything you need, Miss Hermia. This water is chock-a-block with mana, and here's the silver bracelet, and crystal orb as well.
Perfect. I had just enough time to reread Iphicletes. Cathon criticizes his theory of the world being composed of minuscule particles, remember? Undoubtedly, the Archmage is right. The world is nothing but materialized concepts. You're about to witness a simple experiment that proves just that. I found several books in Olarin's library describing a conceptual materialization ritual. It didn't take long to compile my own incantation.
That all sounds very, magical. But what about the lost cups?
Weren't you listening? I just said I'm ready to materialize the concept of a silver cup. Oh, can we move on from the cups finally? Just so you know, I returned an extra cup for good measure. I'd much rather you considered the number of books loaned out by the library that never return. That's the real tragedy. I was trying to find the last volume of King Demir's deeds to better acquaint myself with dwarven magical traditions, but it was nowhere to be found. Imagine that.
The Rector's birthday is the most important event of the semester. A good many eminent...
Oops!
That's not all, is it? Oops, I made a mistake.
Has everyone
Over
read
there.
Cathon's treatise?
Margaret's staring at the water.
Hi-ho.
Oops, I made a mistake.
Agnes? Shh! Isn't that a girl's name?
Meister's watching us.
Well, let's continue. I did it!
Has everyone read Cathon's treatise on the nature of... I never doubted for a second you'd be able to solve our little problem.
I wouldn't call it little.
For a non-graduate of the Mage's Tower, you did a great job. Better than some of the dunderheads standing before me now.